Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Grace and Virtue, where you come to have the talk with myself, La Cherie, and my girl, Trish. If you're here for the first time, thank you. Welcome. You may want to go and check our video that we did last, and I give you an update on all the contents that we bring forth. If you're here returning, welcome back. Welcome back. So last time we discussed, it was your birthday week.
Oh, very.
So how was your birthday lunch?
My birthday. Thank you. She prepared a beautiful lunch for me. What we have? We had some rice, greens, shrimp.
What strawberry cake.
I know you baked the cake. That cake she mentioned last time, it was a bomb, you guys. It was not bad. She said it was warm and she couldn't get it decorated right. It was bomb, though. Nice, beautiful flowers on top, white frosting with the strawberry middle. It was really good. Thank you, friend.
Oh, you're welcome, friend.
I did. And then, of course, I went and got my groove on later that night. And, some of my friends got together and took me out. I love 80s. Anything 80s, you guys. 80s was the hit. So we went out to an 80s lounge or so. I had a good time. I did.
Oh, good.
What you end up doing the rest of the evening?
Rest of that evening, girl, I start preparing because I'm doing a domestic violence training course right now. Right. Just trying to prepare to go to school next semester. Mm-hmm. And looking at to see when the next RN entrance exam is out here so I could set my appointment so I could get that going.
You're going. That's going to be some good content. That's going to be one that we're going to bring your way. Like I said, this is going to be the expert here. I have my little background on some things, not me personally with domestic violence, but I can share some knowledge with you as well.
Yeah, so how was your Christmas?
Christmas is cool. Kind of, these holidays is flying by fast. Before you know it, you blink, it's done and over with. I got in that kitchen and cooked like I said I was going to do. Cornish hens came out bomb, nice and herbaceous, juicy. For a change.
Herbaceous.
It was herbaceous. That's my word. But it was good. And the kids came through and my sister, husband, everybody was there. It was really good. How about yours?
My Christmas was fun, of course. I always overcook, but I made some gumbo, made the macaroni and cheese, fried chicken, jambalaya the night before with some cabbage. So we had somewhat of occasion Christmas for us.
How much leftover you actually have?
Girl, I froze some gumbo. You want some? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll give you some to take home. Sorry, y'all.
Y'all saw that expression, huh?
Yes. So, yes, I'm the take-home queen. Take all that you want to take home with you.
I don't like leftovers. I hate putting all that stuff away. So, put it this way, I didn't have nothing left by the time company left. I tell them to take a to-go plate. But that next morning, I didn't have nothing left. I was looking for my mac and cheese. I had that one little serving afterwards, because you know how you get a little, you're not hungry, but you want to try the food. So I took a little gist of everything that I made. And so that next day I wanted a whole plate. Nothing. It was, my sister cooked a big old pot of greens. They were bomb. But so we had a lot of that left over and I stored away a Cornish hen, So the next day I did have that half, gave the other half to my husband. So I had a little bit. So yeah.
No, I still got macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, a whole to-go plate.
Okay, I will give you a to-go plate. Mm-hmm. So macaroni and cheese. Oh yeah, and I froze some jambalaya too. So I give you one of those. Yes, I can do that. Yes. So after Christmas, me and my daughter saw The Color Purple.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my gosh, Color Purple was bomb, y'all. If y'all have not seen Color Purple, y'all got to see Color Purple, because I'm not going to lie, I was sitting up there crying. And with Raji P was sitting next to her daddy singing,
oh,
God is trying to tell you something. My head's got to raise it up. I was about to shout in the movie theater.
I did the same. I did that. I said, oh.
But girl, what stopped me was Royalty. She was like, Nana, what are you doing?
You're so silly. You know what? So what do you prefer? You like the newer version of it or the old version?
So overall, let's just get into the detail of what The Color Purple, the meaning of The Color Purple. So I did see the old one and the new one. So basically, the history of Color Purple is about two women losing their mother, still about slavery and some incest going on, some domestic violence going on, some healing and some forgiving.
And what they did to overcome all of that. Celie went through a lot. But she stands strong. She stood strong at the end.
Yes, but Sophia did, because Sophia had triggers. Oh my God, Sophia, that's who I am today. Sophia is here. For real though.
Oh. You have changed though. Woo.
Yeah, because if I really look at The Color Purple, I've been shook, I've been silly, and now I'm Sophia. Okay? Change gotta come at some point.
Will
make you stronger.
Make you stronger and put a change in you for the better, but.
Yes, so originally when I first looked at the older version of The Color Purple, I was younger.
I'm sorry to cut you off. That's what I should have did. When there's a remake, I believe you should watch the old before you come into the new, so you have a better understanding. So, but as I was watching it, I was comparing. So I remember certain clips and certain scenes that I want to see if they, we're going to remake that part. But overall, I should have watched the old before I went to the movies.
Yeah, but I had watched the old because it kept coming up on TV, and my child loved The Color Purple. So she loved The Color Purple too. She'd be like, Mama, The Color Purple on, okay. So I've been watching it because it been coming repeatedly on TV. So when I was younger, I really didn't understand what The Color Purple was about until I got older and I sat down and watched. And living my life and growing up and understanding the true meaning of The Color Purple, you see everything in it. Plus, I had took an African American heritage class not last year fall, and we had to do an excerpt on it. And I had to we had to take that excerpt and write something about it. And so what I wrote about it, and I don't want to confuse it with Brewster Place because we have to write 2 papers, Women of Brewster Place. So I had to do. And so in it, I was talking about a love too deep. Because when I was younger, I didn't know Celie was in love with Suge until I wrote the paper. And so as I was writing the paper, Celie was saying how she blamed men for everything, and because it was during a certain patch where they was walking in the Color Purple field. And during that time, Celie was saying, my relationship with God, I love him, but I've been through so much pain. I'm paraphrasing, y'all. I've been through so much pain with men. My father hurt me. Mr. hurt me. All these people that's supposed to be men hurt me. And how is God going to forgive me when I'm in love with a woman, basically? And so that's when Suge explained to her, God made everything beautiful, and they go in and they talk about that. And I was like, that was just something interesting from that. And I don't know if a lot of people understood that part.
I did not know that. Not to cut yours. I did not know that wasn't her dad. I didn't catch that part in the old film, and I just heard it now, and I'm like, oh, that's why I need to go back. But at the same time, I'm older now. You have a different mind frame. And so like the spiritual concept of it now, it stood out to me. And I thought it was amazing how they renewed all of that. What I did, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not into musicals. And it was kind of hard for me to, at the beginning, when they doing all that dancing and singing, I'm like, okay, this is the part where they coming into the church singing and all that. But that was going on throughout the whole film. That was the only, I thought I was going to lose focus on it because personally, that's with any movie. I just don't like musicals. It kind of turns me off. But I got into it, because of the main characters, the actors and actresses. That's what made it really beautiful because I'm knowing they have voices. So I was eager to hear, especially Fantasia's voice, of course. But and see who was going to play what.
So for me, I like the music. So I love music. Music speaks to me sometimes. And it's the word of the music that get to me. I don't listen to the beat of the music because when I hear certain music and I hear the words, I get turned off like, what are y'all talking about? Because it makes no sense. Right. But in here, I just love The Color Purple because if you really look at it from the spiritual context of it, it showed the fall of man, the redemption of man, and the forgiveness of man, if you really look at it. And it shows the generational trauma. You see Mr. Father was an abuser. You see that whole generational trauma going from one generation to another generation. But what I liked about it, Harpo stopped it. Even though Celie told him to beat his wife, he was not comfortable with it. And he hit Sophia one time,
And Sophia knocked him upside the head, and that was a wrap. He did not continue it on. He did not try to get back. But whatever their argument was, when they left, you know, even though she went and saw somebody else, he saw somebody else. But when Sophia needed him, he stepped up to the plate. And how they was able to come back, and they were still in love with each other. Yes. They were still in love with each other. And he took care of the other man's baby and all of that. And I just like the forgiveness part of it. I even like Celie. She forgave Mister. And she just let him know, hold on, bro. I forgive you. But we just gonna be friends. See, that's where I'm at in my relationships. I'm like, see, I need that closure so you could get on and we could get on. Hey, we cool.
Ain't lying.
I need that closure because I need to give you back your groceries.
Your teddy bears too.
All your teddy bears, everything. I'm giving that all back to you because that's you, baby.
End of chapter.
That's the end of chapter. I'm going to get back. I'm going to get my peace. I ain't about to sit here and wallow in despair, bitterness, and hatred. Oh, no, I'm going to love you with the love of the Lord. But God bless you, and I wish you the best.
That's right. So overall, like I said, I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed it. So New Year's is coming up. What are your plans? First of all, do you have a resolution or?
So with New Year's resolution, I really don't believe in New Year's resolution because maybe 1% really keep them.
Yeah,
and
right.
when you think about New Year's resolution, you're actually making a promise to yourself. You're actually making a vow that you're going to do this, you're going to change this and this and that. How can you know what the new year bring? How can you know what the new year's going to bring for you when you don't even know the next moment, when God's plan is greater than ours? So God knows the plans for us. And even though as we're preparing New Year, God can be closing doors and opening new ones.
That is
and
true.
If you're making this promise, but what is God promised for you? What are you suffering through? What have you been going through? What have you been praying for? So I feel like if I set a New Year's resolution, I'm not going to keep it because right now my life is like this. I'm on a roller coaster. I'm up and down. I'm not steady. So if I come up with a New Year's resolution, I'd rather not say that. So what I have been talking to the Holy Spirit about living a quality life. I am a licensed vocational nurse, and all I hear is quality of life. Mm-hmm. And I keep asking myself, I have to tell this to my patients, they deserve a quality life and to their family. But quality life means from everything, mental health, medical health, having a house, food on the table. That's what I'm looking at. New Year's is, I want to live a quality life. I want to be peaceful. I want to be joyful. I know I'm going to have some storms. Long as God is with me on those storms, and they not my storm, because there's a difference. When it's your own storm, God is walking with you, but you learn a valuable lesson.
That's true.
When God is taking you through a storm, it's because he is building character. He is elevating you. So as I'm going through this elevation with God, I want to make sure it's God and not Trisha, because Trisha messed up everything. Trish messes up all the time. And so that's where I'm at. I want to make sure the plans that God has for me that's the path that I'm on, because I'm tired of the roller coaster.
You can plan your life. God is going to direct it. But just know that any given moment, you can overcome that. Just know that he will make changes accordingly. So
yes, and I know those changes sometimes. Yeah, because sometimes
he won't let you fall now. He will not let you fall.
But Patricia just, will hear it go right. Patricia go left, and I'll bump my head. And I'll bump my head. See, so that's right. Because the devil give that stumbling block, and I'm walking, I'm not paying attention. Because, warning always comes before destruction. But sometimes Trisha don't catch the warning, and she falls into destruction. So I'm learning not to do that, y'all. I'm learning not to do that. I'm learning to pray and seek. Yeah. That's right. But through it all, I thank God for the lesson, because wisdom is key to making it in life. And without God and wisdom, you cannot make it through this life, no matter how hard you try. And so that's really my thing for New Year. Quality life, spending time as much with family and friends, because life is short.
That's right. And like you said the last time, have peace with everyone. You gotta have peace. You cannot. I personally don't want to go through this upcoming year being bitter or angry, or I have to get some things together with loved ones. You know, I don't want to step into a new year arguing or bickering or whatever. So that's my plan, is to make peace with everyone. I don't have that many people I disagree with or I'm at odds with, but that is a plan. Other than that, I want God to keep showering me with all the blessings He has provided for me. Just continue to bless me, bless my marriage, bless my children, bless my friends, family, and just have a prosperous year. On a whole nother note, I plan to do the range time. I want to just learn something, gather some new skills under my belt. Like I said, I got to sit down and map it out, and I'm going to be the best that I can be with God's lead.
Exactly.
God's lead. You can't do it by yourself.
No.
You cannot do it. If you think you're going to do it by yourself, you bumping some heads or falling in a hole. I'm telling you, without God.
That's right. Y'all can look this up, Google it. Jesus said, if you think you could do anything on your own, you cannot. Because you cannot do anything.
You're going to be on your own, all right.
You're going to be on your own. Remember I said, bumping your head on that brick wall? You can't do nothing without Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's all I want to say. I'm keeping my relationship with Jesus. I'm trying to get closer to Him and making sure I'm doing what God wants me to do and not what people want me to do.
That's me.
And it's all about forgiving and healing. Some of you guys, I'm going to say it. Go see The Color Purple, because y'all have some people that's out somewhere in jail, in prison, on the street, prostituting, because they're hurting. They need you right now. And majority of the people that are hurting going into the new year, all they need is your forgiveness. Mm-hmm. They need your love. And majority of them need you to believe that whatever happened to them. They're not out there because they want to. Who want to sleep in the cold? Mm-hmm. Who wants to just be drinking all the time? And then you got to look at too, we are praying for those that are being human trafficked too, who lost their children from this time to the holiday season. You know, pray that God return your children. It's a lot going on out there, and it is the new year coming. But what can you do to change what happened this year to the positive? One, you got to lean and depend on Jesus, because Jesus knows everything. You got to trust. You have to believe in Him. He's not going to leave you nor forsake you. He loves you. He wants to bless you. Jesus said, I died so that you may have life and have it more abundantly. That's the life I'm looking for. Want to know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for the abundant life, because that's what He died for. But sometimes life happens. Tragedies happen. And just looking at the color purple and seeing that this is real life, bringing that to real life, that there's families going on like that, it's time to forgive. It's time to help. It's time to heal. Quit ignoring one another. Yes, sometimes you got to love for a distance. And you have to, because people don't change. But you can love them. If they're hungry, feed them. If they need clothes, clothe them. Find out the root of the problem. And majority of the root of the problem is generational traumas and generational curses. You know, Uncle
That's
Tommy.
That's a whole other segment right there.
And you have to forgive. And going into the new year, don't go in there with bitterness. Go in there with the mind of something bad could have happened to him or her. Something made him that way. And start working out how to forgive, how to love. Yes, set your boundaries. It's New Year's. You can't keep leaving your folk out there. And folks, y'all can't keep taking advantage of your loved one when they trying to help you too. You can't. It's two ways. You can't do it.
That feed you, huh?
Yeah, do not bite the hand that feeds you.
That's right.
You know
that I do know.
You know, you give them they all, but it's not enough, and they take and take and they take to the point to where you have nothing else to give to yourself.
Don't exhaust yourself. Do not exhaust yourself. You know, you can only do so much, and you know, you try to help people. They don't want it. Learn to step back. Let go, let God. Just step back. Stop exhausting yourself, because I'm not going to do that anymore. What's that other little saying? Feed them with a long handle spoon. I may extend that handle at times. If that's what you have to do it. I learned I'm not going to exhaust myself anymore. So I'm all about helping and loving. But if you don't want my help, okay, I'll leave in with a prayer and keep it pushing.
And that is so true, Cherie, because it's New Year. It's time to change.
Yeah.
That's what the New Year is. Bringing on a change within yourself. change within others. But we can't change ourselves, so we can't change nobody else. So let's have a mindset. If somebody blamed you for something, don't accept that guilt. Do not accept that guilt, because that's not you. You give them a good word. You give them love. If they don't want to accept it, go about your business and do you. They call you bougie. Hello. Thank you, Jesus. I did right. I did right by you. So you can't blame me for what you don't have. It's a new year. It's a new season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's time.
I mean, if they don't want that help, once again, as my brother would say, there's a door right there. Open that door. There's more space out there. But you know what? If they step out that door, they're going to feel what loneliness is all about. They're going to look back on the help that they had and wish they would have, like, right now they're in the now. So they think they can boast and, control and all that. Obviously, it's something personal, but you open up that door. Sometimes you have to open that door, but loneliness is a joke. It ain't nothing to play with,
Yes, because you have seen people lonely, right?
Oh, yeah. In fact, you had mentioned something earlier about helping the homeless or so. I come from a background of law enforcement or so. I worked in a jail as well. And I remember this one time, it was coming down. You can hear it hitting the window pane, above in the jail. And, I had my little list of release people, all the inmates about to be released. And I'm like yelling out the name for this one lady to come. I had the other releases waiting. I'm like, such and such, come to the door. She went out and was fine. I'm like, okay. We had to go in and do a check. The lady was right here, like right there at the door. I didn't know how she looked. I wasn't looking at the picture. And I got upset at her. I was like, I'm thinking everyone is excited to go home, not be confined in a little space or so. She yelled at me, put me in check, but it gave me a reality check. She was like, I don't want to leave. I don't want you want me to go. I have nowhere to go. It's raining. I felt so bad. Of course, I still have my game face, but I took that home. I was just like, wow, internalizing like, dang, I was about to put her out there in that rain. She's homeless. I didn't know, but, I'm doing my job. But you never know what the person is going through. Here I am getting mad at her because she don't want to go home. She had no home to go to. So I put that in my heart to kind of be mindful. Although that's a jail setting, I still got to do my part. But, that kind of set me back like, well, whoa. I didn't have to yell at her and all that, but wow, it was raining. It was raining, Captain. Oh, for real.
Wow.
And I understood, I let her stay for a little bit. We can only hold them for so long because that'd be an overstay or whatever. But wow. So the next time I just watch how I did that, so yeah.
Yes, because that is true. You do have to be mindful of how you talk to people, how you react to people.
You never know how your life is going to turn out.
Yeah, because when you react to people, that's like a tug of war. So I like to say is one person has to be in control while the other person is out of control. And if that's the issue to why you can't talk to your loved ones and your family, remember, if they're not where they're supposed to be and you where you're supposed to be, you're the one in control. You can control your thoughts and your behavior. They cannot. And it's just your job to forgive, love, and pray that God will help them, that God will show them the way and not gossip and talk bad about them.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you don't really know the reason, because a lot of people don't like to talk because the person they talk, you have a talebearer, you have a gossiper. That's all y'all do is just talk about people. But no one can come and talk and say what's really going on. Because when you hear the truth, you're going to be mad, be like, I knew, or I coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yeah.
So let's take this in perspective as for the new year, to be mindful of our feelings, our mental health, as well as someone else's. And if you do have the moment to help your loved ones, try to help. Even if they in prison, go visit them and talk to them. Find out. You don't really want to ask why, but you just want to have like some activism. Man, we used to do this together. How you end up in here?
Like Celie did, but she can't visit Sophia. That did wonders to Sophia. That's why she let her know. I was in there crying too. It's touching, yo. You got to go see it. I don't want to spoil it for you, but that did something for her. you know, she felt seen. You know, I'm sure in jail it was a lonely place to be, but Miss Celie made it possible. Came to see her every week, she said. Wow.
And brought her food.
Brought her food. Yeah.
Yeah. And so,
although that don't really happen in jail, but yeah.
it'd be nice if it could. But anyway, but then I like too when Celie had enough.
Mm-hmm.
She had enough of Mister.
When she came out the box.
And she came out the box,
mm-hmm.
and just to see that with the way The Color Purple, it just showed you just all the events of like what happens when
life
you do wrong, like the experience,
mm-hmm.
what you do wrong and what you do right, and the blessing and the cursing. And it's just sad that a lot of people don't understand. We have a right to choose.
Mm-hmm.
We choose. God gave us the best gift ever, and nobody really understands, called free will. You choose to do good. You choose to do evil. There's no middle. Quit trying to find the middle. There's no middle. Either you're going to wake up on the right side of the bed or you're going to wake up on the wrong side of the bed. And when you pay attention to that in life, you learn that if you read the Bible, Jesus always talk about a harvest.
Mm-hmm.
You reap what you sow.
Yes, ma'am.
So depending on what you're sowing into, that's how you're going to reap it. And that's what The Color Purple displayed. The man on the crop, Mr. Had crop. He was a farmer. And when he did what he did to Miss Celie, kept her sister and her kids away from her when she could have been reunited with him, and he lost everything.
Struck it down. Mm-hmm.
So just keep that in mind. What goes around really comes around. Everybody like to say karma. Everybody like to say life is this. No, you get what you get out of life. Life is what makes you happy. You take a step forward, God gonna take two.
He's gonna provide for you and direct you through that. Yeah.
And so if you going into the new year and you feel like, man, I'm gonna deal with the same old thing, change it. Speak life into your situation. You had a bump in the road. You had a fall in the road. You can get up. You can get up. You don't have to be like this for the rest of your life. Jesus said we're supposed to have the abundant life. That's the abundant life I'm looking for. I'm serious, y'all. I sit down and I think about last year, yesteryears, years before that. I feel like I'm behind, but I can't continue moving on like that because there are little blessings that I see God doing. I see the healing. I see the deliverance, and I'm so grateful for that. I just can't sit here and wallow in despair because that's not going to help me. I can't blame nobody for where I'm at. All I can do is what gifts and talents I have.
Amen, girl. Amen. An abundant life for me is being stress-free. I mean, I've taken on so much in life and, try to be that one to help and all that. But having friends to talk to and having God, you can eliminate all of that. To me, it's saving money because you never know when that storm, you're going to weather that storm. Saving money for me for those stormy days, you can get through a lot. Yes, I'm a homeowner and all that. I've saved to get everything that I do have. I've saved to get. I go through trials and tribulations in life, but I don't let it get me down. So to me, just pushing it forward, finding like-minded people. I go out hiking, I'm walking. I told myself I'm going to go on a weight loss journey. So finding people along the way to help you through that, that's how I exhale. If I want to go out, I'm going out. I don't club and all that really no more. The girls just kind of took me out for my birthday. They made me get out, but that's not my thing anymore. So reading and, reading my Bible, learning it and getting through it. I have to work for a living, so that's my abundant life, is just maintaining and being stress-free and being around like-minded people. Oh, yes.
So, yeah, that's where I'm trying to get to. The abundant life this new year. And we all could get there. And she just showed examples of having the abundant life. So let's do it. Let's get it.
Let's do this. So, you guys, thanks for tuning in today. I thank you for viewing us. If you love this content, please like, subscribe, share it, rather just share this so we can bring in more people and give you more content.
Thank
Happy
you
New
very much.
Year.
And Happy New Year to
Happy
you.
New Year. God bless y'all.